action makes life. Not reading about life, not reading about the martial art, not watching the martial art. It's about practicing the martial art, because the practice is what then eventually is going to give you answers, and especially the skill.
Modern life has made people extremely comfortable, but that comfort has also made people weak, stiff, and disconnected from their bodies. We sit for hours at desks, spend time on phones, drive instead of walking, and rarely challenge our bodies physically. Over time, this lack of movement begins to affect not only the body but also the mind. Shi Heng Yi emphasizes that pain in the back, neck, shoulders, and knees often comes not from age, but from lack of movement and poor movement patterns.
Movement is key, especially for nowadays society where anyway everybody is spending too much with mind activity.
Yeah.
And this is not why you have been created with arms and legs and all of these things. Sometimes I even hear critics about it. Buddhism, it's about peace and it's about harmony and it's about compassion and it's about all of these things. Yes, that's absolutely correct. But in this world, I think it has never been a downside to be compassionate and strong, to be peaceful and strong. And this is why we think the martial art fits good.
Movement is not only about exercise or fitness. Many people think movement means going to the gym or doing intense workouts. But Shi Heng Yi teaches that movement is much deeper than that. It includes how you walk, how you sit, how you breathe, how you stretch, and how you carry yourself throughout the day. He often explains that when you move your body correctly, you also balance your mind and energy. In traditional Shaolin philosophy, the body and mind are not separate. They influence each other constantly. When the body becomes stagnant and inactive, the mind also becomes heavy, anxious, or tired.
We take our knees, feet together, palms. I think until now maybe you don't need so much support anymore. So just touch slightly, but don't push yourself off the leg. Yeah. So from here, legs straight, both of the kneecaps are loose. Then squat. 1. Yeah, don't touch. Loose. Kneecaps are loose. 2. Up. 3. Up. 4. Up. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. And 9 more, a little bit quicker. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. And rotate. Give your kneecaps a small massage. Yeah. Go 18 times one direction. 1.
This practice trains the root of the body, your legs, your center of gravity, your posture. But more than that, it trains the root of the mind, patience, endurance, and stillness.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, good. Next, the ankles. Ankles. Weight shifted on the left leg. Left leg standing on the ground. Right leg lift up and rotate. Yeah. To practice the synchronicity, you see, you can also use the ankle at the same time, at the same speed. So that means you're already starting to concentrate to bring things into alignment, bring things into harmony. Yeah, let's go 18 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Leg down. The weight on the right leg, left leg. Up. And same. 1.
These Qigong movements are not just physical. They are messages from your soul to your body, from nature to your spirit.
10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And go 18 times other direction. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Right leg again outside and go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so we went through all of our joints that are very easy to access, which means finger joints first, then comes the wrist, elbow, shoulder, neck, spine, torsion, bending to the front, leaning to the back, hip area, yeah, knees, ankles. Okay, and now we start with our strengthening exercises, watching and paying attention to our structure. So let's take Mabu. One, two, three, and a slide 4. Then from here, inhale, inhale 1, 2, 3.
Playing with the Qi ball is like sculpting your energy field. It sharpens your sensitivity.
4.
It deepens your concentration. And most of all, it shows you that healing energy is already within you.
6. 7. 8. 9. 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and one more, 8. Okay, so Mabu, now opening the hips a little bit more by swinging our knee, swinging our leg from the inside outwards. Yeah, try to reduce any unnecessary tension that you are feeling inside of yourself. And it doesn't work always, but in the most of the cases, you simply can use your breath work to help your body and also to help your mind to release something. Yeah, if you feel there's too much tension, actively use the mind and use the breath during the exhalation to help with the process of releasing. Okay, take the right hip from here and start. Lift up and Open.
This movement is like washing your energy body with light.
Left.
You gather the energy of the universe. As they lower, you let that energy flow through you, cleansing, grounding, centering.
Switch. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Rotate. Feel for yourself if it got a little bit more loose or not.
The heart is the home of the spirit, but modern life burdens it with worry, fear, and regret. This exercise gently opens the heart, like a lotus emerging from the mud.
Okay, next exercise, transition from Mabu to Gongbu, and we go very, very slow together and try to remember again that you try not to move any foot as long as there is some weight on it. So before you start to move any foot, you need to take the weight off that leg. Sink. Open. Wow. Of this one, push. Back. Shift the weight. Turn the leg. Push. Shift the weight. Turn the foot. Open. Shift. Turn. Push.
This movement teaches gentleness toward the self, toward others, toward life. In embracing the moon, we learn to embrace the shadows we carry without fear.
1. And back. 2. And back. 3. and back. 4, back. 5, and 6, and 7, and back. 8, back, and 9, and back, and inhale, and stand up, shake off the legs.